All right, what's going on, guys, and welcome to the channel. Today is a garage update video. So today I'm going to go through all the stuff in the garage. I'm not going to focus on the cars too much, but I want to do a winter update, a December of 2021 update for my 4-car garage. All right, so let's start with the back of the garage. It's probably the most exciting, but before we jump into that, I'm gonna give you the overall dimensions of the space. You guys can see kind of what we're working with a little bit better. The total width of the garage is about a normal 2-car. It's 19 feet, pretty normal for a 2-car, but you'll notice much deeper than a normal garage. It's about 43 feet deep. So obviously, you guys can probably tell this was extended. It was extended by the previous owner of the house. It was a 2-car, but now they blew out the back wall and they made it a 4. So perfect, not super wide, but obviously the depth really helps. I can fit a giant truck in here as well. So that's super helpful. So that's what we're working with. So let's start with the cabinets, most functional and honestly vital part. You know, very high amounts of utility and also the presence of them as well. So I spent a lot of time, hours and hours, figuring out what I was gonna do. And I was kind of price conscious because it's my first array and I had a lot of expenses with the house. So I wasn't ready to jump into a super high-end array just yet. So Husky Home Depot cabinets, everyone. And I really think for what I paid, not bad. They were on the sale and they run the sale pretty frequently, which is kind of weird. But if you catch a decent sale, 20 or 30% off, I would say these ones are worth it. So the Lowers, 28-inch, 5 drawers. They're good. They have a lot more drawers and space than like the New Age Bold. I think the Bold are only like 20 inches wide. They have the rolling carts and they're, in my opinion, not good. That was literally not an option. That was a deal breaker with the wheels and the fact that they were kind of built to be rolled around. I don't want that at all. So these are the 5 drawers. Wood tops, still in good shape, no issues there. So I would like to wall mount these because I kind of kick the bottom portion a little bit, which you kind of would understand. So maybe one day I'd get around to that. I'd like to do that if possible. I just haven't done it yet. Wood tops are in good shape, take good care of them. And then these drawers are good because they're wider and you guys will see the tool grid, which I'll get into in just a second here. The problem I have, the biggest gripe with these Lowers is the fact that you lose from here about 4 to 5 inches of storage space because the drawer does not come out all the way. And I didn't know that, and no one knows that. No one's ever said anything about that, of course. But I'm telling you, I have stuff under here that I have to finagle to get in there, and getting the tool grid in there was a big pain in the butt. So you gain space on the width, but you lose it in the back. So I just put, you know, like these are my spark plug sockets and just stuff that I don't really use back here. So it's not as painful, you know, this is like an O2 sensor socket or whatever. So I don't use that stuff as much, but that is just, you know, it's a lower end cabinet. That's just probably the way that it is. I don't know if they're all like that, but it does have the soft close, 5 drawers. So it is nice. I have the tool grid system in here. Definitely recommend it. I have a mishmash of different tools, obviously, different brands, different shapes. And for the meantime, I did use these bins. I have a few friends, like even Matt, was making fun of me about the bins, but I'm still kind of figuring out my layout here. This is not my final decision, but the sockets are nice to have organized. And actually, I did put the numbers on them. So that is nice. You can just run over here, check it. Okay, that's a 14, no problem, or whatever. Tool grid, super nice, soft close. You know, the fingerprints and dust, I have to clean these a little bit. I don't have tool grid in here yet. I will. I have a couple more to put in. The fingerprints and dust, not ideal because it's the black cabinets, but yeah, so you can kind of rearrange stuff, move stuff around, and it is nice because with the foam inlays, you're kind of committed to that tool in that place. So the tool grid is nice for mishmashes of tools and stuff like that. So super happy about that. These closets, real quick, link in description. Like them, but my biggest gripe is that they only come with 2 shelves. Definitely think they should come with 3 or 4. One of the guys actually messaged me that I posted in the Obsessed Garage group. I was talking about the cabinets at one point. You can order the cabinets from Home Depot, like Husky support. So if you Google it, you'll find the 800 number, or just email me and I will tell you what I did, but I'm going to order at least 2 more shelves total because I really do need another shelf here, if not another one on top of that. So I'm going to order 2 more. I think they're 30 or 40 bucks, no problem. This is interesting. Drawer. Normally I was not a fan. I actually didn't even want to put this in, but I only had 2 shelves, so I kind of went with it. This actually makes a lot of sense because you can use products that are way in the back. You can access them just as easy as you can access ones in the front. Unlike if you had products on a shelf, you have to kind of reach back and guess what you're doing. So it actually does make it easier. It's soft close, and it actually has held up pretty good. So I'll show you this one really quick. Different layout. So I have this shelf here, and then this shelf is just directly above this drawer. So different layout, and then these things are not very tall. So that's how I ended up doing it. And then I have some bigger stuff down there. So this side is more of like the car modification / working on cars area / oil / maintenance items, where the right side is detailing focus. So like these two, are tools. That's kind of cool. And this, makes me feel like less of a man in a way because there's tools missing here. But yeah, like you guys can see, like half of this I hid behind here, because the most important part is to see the end of the tool here. It's just frustrating that that's the way these are designed, but whatever, you learn and you move on. So anyways, yeah, detailing side, other side. Excessive storage, some more tool grid, Rhino ramps, not anything crazy. So I'd like to clean this up. I'd like to have nothing here. And then detailing cart. This is a metal one from ECS Tuning. Not even sure if they sell it still, but kind of working on a handful of projects. So there's some random things just kind of sitting around still. Normally I'm a little bit better than that. Exhaust for the Raptor. So wow, embarrassing that that's still sitting around, but it'll be on the truck soon, hopefully. And detailing light, tripod, stuff like that. So plasma was from previous owner. I don't use it. If you live in Columbus and you want one, I will literally give this to you for free because I don't want it. It's heavy and the picture's not good. And I know I'm not really selling you on it, but this has got to be like 300 pounds. So if you are willing to pick this up and you want one, come get it. Email me. So I thought I liked it. I watched it twice. I bought an Amazon thing, and then that's it. So I really mainly use this, which is like an old school iPad or older iPad, and this cord is like seen better days. So anyways, obviously this is just running the thing. It's just playing music, Spotify on an old Kenwood unit. We got something pretty up here at least. Got some OG Obsessed Garage shelves. These are the stainless shelves, which need a little wipe down. They're looking a little dusty and funky. Really like these. These really make the space. Like if you see a picture with nothing back here, just the cabinets, it doesn't look quite as finished. In my mind, it really came out good. I'm really happy. I could have tried to put 3, but I feel like 2 is perfect for here. And I think the spacing kind of worked out. So I really like the way those look, and I can take them with me to the next house and stuff like that. So I really like them. So anyways, I got the Hybrid Nano up there. I don't have any storage on top of that. The walls are Harbor Gray by Benjamin Moore, and I painted the trim white. I still have to paint the door, so I'll get around to doing that. And if you guys didn't tell, the floor, Swiss Tracks, rib tracks. So this is the ribbed plastic version that I think a lot of the people have, and I would definitely, absolutely recommend this for pretty much anyone, unless you're maybe ripping out engines every other day or dealing with excessive fluids or something like that. But this is the pearl gray with the black. I think it's jet black. I don't remember the exact black, but there's only really one. Really good, really awesome. So nice to come out here and your shoes are clean, and any dirt that falls off the car just kind of falls between the things, and you can vacuum it out on occasion. So really nice. The biggest downside to this that I've experienced is when you are using a floor jack, I put like a piece of cardboard under it. It's kind of annoying, or a piece of wood. Kind of annoying, but that's kind of my take on it. So really like this stuff. Definitely recommend it. There's so much content on the Swiss tracks out there, but my floor was a mishmash of different concrete because this back portion of the garage is significantly newer than like the front. So like this was like falling apart, like the concrete was crumbling. And then like over here, there was like a bunch of squares cut out and replaced, and it was just torn up. So epoxy is not an option, and I can take this with me, and it looks way cooler in my opinion. So I like it. So if you don't like it, don't do it, but that's definitely absolutely recommended. So that's my take. And for me, I love it. Ford Raptor, not really going to get into it. I've done a handful of other videos. So if you are interested on this truck specifically, I have videos, but definitely comment if you want to learn more. 100,000 miles. I want to keep this forever. I really, really love it. And I've always wanted one. And now I finally have one in a really cool spec. And yeah, so I really love it. It's destroyed, of course, from the weather we've been having recently. So E92 M3 competition package, got an exhaust on it, got a handful of other small OEM plus kind of things going on. Nothing too crazy. It looks pretty much stock, but it does not sound stock. It's kind of gnarly sometimes. So love this car. And we got the E46 330i ZHP. So this is the sport model sedan, Amola red, and the best part, which was a deal breaker. I didn't actually plan to buy this car, but this is what sold me. That thing right there, the 6-speed transmission. Cool, it needs a clutch, but this thing, pretty gosh darn good daily for being like 18 years old. So I drive that every few days as well. But yeah, so this car's cool. This is clean. Washed it, I only drove it once and the weather was good. So this car looks pretty good still. So pretty fresh for what it is, 121,119, and then that's 48,000. So yeah, anyways, if you were wondering, that's the mileage of all my cars. Anyway, so yeah, we got lighting. We can do lighting real quick. Fixtures were already in before I moved in, but I swapped them for 5,000K LED bulbs. They just sell them, and it's literally just a plug and play. So really nice that those are in there. I'd like to get more lighting in here. It's on the list. That light is not red. It's actually reflecting from the truck on the ceiling. It always looks kind of funky. But yeah, these lights, I would like to put 2 more. If you guys can notice, they only put them here because I guess they assumed when the garage was open, they wouldn't need other ones. And I just shoved 1 bulb and then a little retractable hose reel thing, or hose reel. That is a cord reel that is literally a piece of junk. But I don't have any electrical in this side of the garage yet. There's no plugs here. Closest one is back there. So that is this part of the garage. But what's so nice is like this whole walkway area, well, the whole garage, it just looks so clean. You know, the step needs to be detailed and stuff like that, and the door needs to be painted. But generally, if you are any sort of clean human being, this is just so nice. The upkeep is so much easier. And didn't fully prep the garage here for you, but we got some leaves going on. Can blow those out real quick. I was working on painting. This part of it's wood, part of it's painted. So, and then this is disgusting. I would like to put a, you know, insulation on the door. I think the door might be insulated, but I want to do more insulation if I can. So the edge pieces, insulation, that'll be on the list. You know, I did a lot of stuff that you don't notice, like those little garage door sensors. I put up the cords here instead of them dangling everywhere, and then they were mounted in the wrong spot. So cleaned that up. I did wipe the door down just from the cobwebs, but I have to get, you know, like this stuff. That's just nasty. So clean that up. And yeah, so this is the back part of the garage, or the front, or whatever you want to call it. And then we got this, actually, blast from the past. If you guys are literally like subscribers or people who watch my videos from back in the day, this was like my first detailing cabinet. Like this was the first, like not big boy cabinet, but this was the first like official metal cabinet that stored all of my car stuff, pretty much everything. Detailing, wrenches, you know, anything relating to cars, oil, whatever, was in here. And in my mind, I kind of wanted to buy another one eventually, but we finally got a nice array. This is homeowner special, you know, garden stuff, nut sedge killer, you know, not a really exciting cabinet, but that's what's in there. I don't really like messing with that stuff with over there, so it is nice to have a separate cabinet. Actually, I would like to put just some, like maybe uppers right there. I could do like 2 or 3, something like that. I could do that, and then we have, you know, this is not a great spot for whatever, but constantly need to grab the ladder. So anyways, that is the full sort of tour update of the garage. Lots more to do, but it's come a long way, guys. If you guys are curious in any way, questions, whatever, that outlet has to be changed, definitely let me know. Can always post more follow-up videos, and there is a lot on the channel, so I may have answered the question already. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, much appreciated. All of the links that I can think of are in the description. If I forgot anything, message me, comment, email me. I have my email there as well. Definitely willing to help you or whatever if you have any questions or you'd like to talk through stuff, because it's tough. Like, there's a lot of good content out there, but even stuff like the drawers or just weird things that you never would have thought of, at least I wouldn't have thought of, because I've never had a cabinet array, and I just assumed they were built with logic or whatever. But yeah, so stuff like that, definitely helpful to talk through or whatever. You know, a lot of people have questions on Swiss tracks too. But anyways, that's it. Thank you again. Thank you for the support, and I will see you guys next time.